This video is brought to you by Squarespace. Last time on Delightful Travelers, we settled into our life here in the Philippines and went on an epic road trip here in Bohol. This island is incredible and we can now see why everyone told us to come here. In this video, we're reflecting on our time here in the country and how it completely changed our lives as people and, of course, creators.
I'm Anna, and this is Trevor. This is our last video in Season 2 here in the Philippines. Make sure to hit subscribe and click the like button so you don't miss a single video. A huge thanks to our channel members and patrons for making these videos possible. Welcome back to the Philippines.
I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
Well, this is it. This is our last video here in the beautiful Philippines, and we honestly can't believe a month went so fast.
I know, we're almost at our 30-day mark and we'll be moving on to another country, but this time here has really given us an opportunity to reflect on the impact that the Philippines has had on our lives, on us, and we're going to be talking today about how the Philippines has changed us. So if you're wondering where we are still in Bohol on the island of Panglao. Currently we are on Alona Beach, which is kind of like the main beach area on this island. And for those of you that are tuning in for the very first time, you might be wondering, like, you've only been there for 30 days. How is the Philippines has such a huge impact on your life, on who you are? But there is some history there. Back in 2020, when the full pandemic hit, we actually got stuck here. We got stuck in El Nido for like 4 or 5 months. So really that combined with our current time here is what we're going to be talking about and how it's had such a huge impact on our lives.
There's lots of things about the Philippines we are going to miss, but I'll tell you what we might miss the most. It's this beautiful setting. Oh my, the beaches here in the Philippines just continue to impress. This beach is gorgeous, but I think our favorite is the one we went to a few videos ago. It was out of this world, but honestly, the Philippines, man, this place, if you guys haven't been, you gotta come here. So if there's anything this country taught us after being stranded here for 5 months during those times, lockdown times, it's to take life as it comes. Go with the flow and just absolutely live in the moment. We could have panicked at that time, but I think the people here and just the way of life taught us to not do that. Yeah,
people in the Philippines are they're super happy, super calm.
Yes.
Like they just kind of take life as it is and take it easy and relax, and they're so good about teaching us that as well. So it's like we really learned to just like take the moment, take the day by day, live in the moment, be mindful about where we are. I guess that's not as hard to do when you're sitting on this beautiful beach. But
yeah, no, but it was a good time to reflect because at that time we were also living in a local Filipino village. The only people around us, for the most part, were other Filipinos, and everyone just treated us well, and yeah, it just really kind of instilled in us now to go a little slower, even though things are back to normal, and just appreciate things.
Appreciate where you are all the time in the moment and everything that you have.
Yeah, and for that we have to say thank you, Philippines. I also just wanted to say we really appreciate you guys following along in this series so far. It's been so amazing on our end. If you guys liked it, make sure to hit the like button because it just helps get the videos out there. Also, in real time, you can follow us on Instagram, huh?
That's the best way to know where we are in real time, because so often it's like we're a little bit behind, and then you guys send us all these great suggestions, and we've often already left the location. So follow us on Instagram, and you can watch our stories and see where we are in real life.
This place, though, I mean, it does not get any more tropical, huh?
It really does.
Unbelievable.
I know. I always feel like I'm gushing when we do these like beach videos, but they're so beautiful here. It's actually, the water's a little bit wavier than it has. I don't know if there's been a storm over the sea somewhere. There's also some algae or whatever you
there's definitely some seaweed around there, but I think that's just because it got washed in. But
yeah,
man,
sure to be gone in no time.
This place though, look, it's pretty empty on this side of the beach too.
Yeah, so if you're wondering exactly where we are because you're coming here, basically when you go down to the beach, like from McDonald's and Jollibee, you walk down to the beach, and when you get there, turn right instead of left, and you'll make your way to this area. It seems a little bit quieter. It definitely gets a lot busier down here later in the day, especially around sunset time and then later at dinner. I think a lot of people go out on excursions and then come back later in the day and come enjoy this beach. But we did actually come here, I think it was 2 videos ago, if you want to see how much busier it gets. We did come down for sunset.
Yeah, we did, and we didn't show this stuff though. There's all these like souvenir places, and I think like diving
Yeah, I think diving is a big thing around here. There's all sorts of dive shops if you are into that.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can tell, but there's boats down there getting all the tanks ready. So that's pretty good to know. We're just making our way towards town now, and you guys might be wondering, why are we sweating so much?
Oh, it's hot.
It's
I mean,
hot.
it's not that hot, but it's like 30 degrees. It's
30.
I'd say relatively humid. So
Yeah.
it probably feels like 35. And the sun's out, so
Yeah.
got some sweat going on. Feels good though.
So we do have a bit of road noise here, and maybe this isn't the best place to talk about what we're going to talk about now, but we have to bring up just how nice the Filipino people are, and just that might have been the biggest change for us. It's their kindness has taught us a lot. We're from
Hopefully it's rubbed off on us a little
Yeah, I
bit.
think so, and I know Canadians have a reputation for that as well, but I think the Filipinos are just a whole other level, and I think a lot of us can learn things from them.
Definitely. A lot of you trolls out there in your comments can definitely learn something from them. Something I love about being here in the Philippines is when we put out videos, it's very rare for a Filipino to leave a negative comment. So it's like a breath of fresh air being here and putting out videos.
And I know some of you might say, well, life isn't perfect. You can't always have good comments. Trust us, when you get bad comments, they do kind of stick with you sometimes, and they're hard on creators. Like, some of them are just really bad. You know, they can be talking about a range of different things that you'd never want to hear about yourself. But with the Filipinos, you don't usually get that. And I don't know, right now we've been talking about comments and mental health on previous videos, and it's honestly just refreshing to be here.
So yeah, again, thank you to Filipinos for being so nice, because it's good for us.
It is really good for us. It feels great. Yeah. Before we get any further in this week's video, we just wanted to say a huge thanks to Squarespace for once again sponsoring this week's video.
You guys already know how much we love Squarespace. We've literally built a business around it. And of course, we also built our website and blog using their platform.
They make it so easy for us to feature our travel content, from photo galleries to video sections to our blog. The blog even has a great built-in commenting system that supports threaded comments, replies, and likes, so we can answer all of your questions and, of course, comments.
We also love how easy it is to use and understand their analytics. So we can see how many people are visiting our site, what content and pages they are visiting, and how long they're staying on the site.
To create your own website, head to squarespace.com to get your free trial, and when you're ready to launch, head to squarespace.com/delightfultravelers to save 10% on your website or your domain.
And again, a huge thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video and supporting creators like us.
All right, so this is, I guess we call it the town square. There's a stage here.
There is, they actually do I think it's like Zumba classes every day at 4 or 5 o'clock. It's really fun to watch.
There's also a fire show at night,
evenings,
and that's every night. It's pretty cool. And there's also like a collection of different restaurants here. We have that cafe, which has good coffee. We went there.
Yes, there is an Irish pub over here.
I know, and the guy is like the nicest fellow in the world. And we have our favorite restaurant as well.
So there's a Spanish restaurant right on the very edge. I forget the name of it. You can probably find it easily though, because there's not many Spanish restaurants around here. But oh my goodness, the food is maybe some of the best we've had in the Philippines in general. It's that good.
Also down here is this really cool sign. I guess it's like the official sign of the town. So we do highly recommend that all of you come to Alona to check it out, or Panglao in general, because it's been one of our favorite places in the Philippines. But now we're actually about to make our way back to Cebu City. We have to go back and pack, probably get changed, but we're gonna take you guys with us back to the city. Maybe we'll show you a piece of the ferry, and hopefully maybe later we'll get something to eat. So let's get on with it. So we did make our way over to the ferry, and it's a little more busier than we thought, but we decided to go for business class, and it was definitely worth it. It takes about 2 hours to get to the other side, and the views are great. Now we're on the other side, we're back in the big city, and it's time for me to get my haircut. I came to this shop about a month ago, and here we go. I got a new haircut, and it's actually like kind of a different style. I'll poll you guys. I'm thinking about maybe growing my hair out a little bit. Not like I have the side shaved obviously, but I don't know. Man bun? What do you guys think? Could I even do that? If not, I can just cut it. So something I'm trying, but now we got to talk more about the Philippines. It is going to take me a while to get used to this hair. I didn't realize how long it actually was, and Anna and I were chatting. We're like, why don't I just go for it? So I'm gonna try it. We'll see how long it lasts. But yeah, back to the Philippines, huh?
Yeah, let's go to another topic of how we've changed, or how the Philippines has changed us. One thing, and I know I now can't, since it's a new day, I can't remember we talked about how we were stuck here in the Philippines back during the beginning of the pandemic. We got stuck for 4 months in El Nido. So something we learned there was just, we were in a hotel room for literally 4 months, living out of the same suitcase.
Yep.
We do that a lot more now, but at the time it was kind of new to us, so we really lived with like what we had, a carry-on suitcase for
like
4 months at a time.
basically what we ended up doing is living with so much less than we are used to, and honestly just taught us like a valuable lesson. It's amazing how much we've learned from this country and just like from the whole pandemic.
Yeah, and especially during that time, we were in like this little tiny village. People weren't most people work in tourism, and like they weren't working every time. They hardly had anything, but they were super happy people. It just teaches you that you don't need things to be content and to be happy.
And I think like for you guys following us like since those years, we've been like downsizing at
All the
home.
time.
We become super minimalists. Basically everything we own is in our suitcase, minus a few items back home. But yeah, we'll just always remember that gesture from people, the Filipinos, just how kind they were. They had less than us even, and still like, you know, open their hearts to us. So that has actually changed us. So we are now over at Ayala Mall, which we've been to before if you haven't watched the videos, and we were just talking amongst ourselves and we realized there's one thing that we haven't had yet in our entire month stay here, and we're not sure how this is possible. We haven't had Jollibee. And have we even been in the Philippines? Like, if you haven't had Jollibee, did you even come to the Philippines? I don't think so.
So for those of you not in the know, Jollibee is an absolute institution here in the Philippines. We've had it a couple times before, so if you want to see us going and eating a whole bunch of different types of things at Jollibee, you can go back and watch those. Today we went a little bit more moderately. We're gonna have lunch, not have a huge meal. I went for the chicken sandwich. I'm not sure I'd actually tried this one before.
No, look
so
what
that'll
else.
be fun.
We got, is this the peach?
That's an absolute must. The peach mango pie. So good.
And we got some fries, and I think this is a Aloha Junior Burger. I so remember these fries though. I remember them being pretty tasty. Dare I say, well, I'm gonna say better than McDonald's fries. Next up, I'm gonna try this Aloha Burger. Great little name. Inside that, I don't know if you can catch it, there's a pineapple on a burger. How many of you have had pineapple on a burger before? I'm glad I got the junior size. It's only lunch. I didn't want to overdo it today, but let's do it, shall we? I know I mentioned this a few times now, but Filipinos, they have a sweet tooth, and now I get why there's a pineapple on this thing. It's delicious. We had tried Jollibee in the past, but I always forget how good it is. The bread's soft. The burger, like the meat itself, is even soft as well. We got crispy bacon on there, cheese, and there's like some kind of special sauce, and then throw in the pineapple, and it's just very unique. I always love this, always love coming to Jollibee, and I'm glad we're here on our last day.
So one of the most popular things on the menu is actually called Chicken Joy, which is just pieces of fried chicken. I almost went for that, but then I realized that I don't think I've tried this before. Maybe someone can correct me if they go back and watch the old videos, but I don't think I had this. I know the Chicken Joy is so good, so I'm really excited to try this. It looks super crispy, does it not? Like, look at that breading. Oh yeah, that's good. The chicken itself is super tender on the inside, like so tender, but then super crunchy on the outside. The bread is nice and pillowy. It's got some sort of sauce on it that almost tastes like a cheese sauce, but almost like butter. It's like buttery cheese sauce. Maybe someone can explain what exactly it is. It's got a little bit of sweetness too, like Trevor said. Here in the Philippines, they love their sweet stuff. So everything, almost everything, always has a little bit of a sweetness to it, just like this.
Last on the list here to try is this guy. It is a peach mango pie, and look at the outside of that. Deep fried, look at all the golden, almost like blistering off of there. And I imagine what's inside is going to be even better. Let's try it out. This little sucker is still hot, and you can see the peach mango in there. Very sweet. Back to how Filipinos have a sweet tooth, but it's good. It's the perfect way to kind of end a meal. I don't know if we have anything to really compare this to. We're from Canada, and I think at McDonald's, and they have like hot apple pies, this is definitely modeled after that, but it is good if you're coming to the Philippines, or if there happens to be a Jollibee around you, because now they're all around the world. You should definitely try this. Definitely try the burgers, definitely try the chicken, but you have to try this one. This is a must. I tell you guys, it's gonna take me a while to get used to this hair. I'm gonna be right now I'm in that stage of, if I'm gonna grow it out, I'm in that weird in-between stage, so I need something to, like, I don't know, tie it together. We tried a hat. I tried a hat on. definitely not a hat guy. But anyway, I'll figure it out or I'll just cut it. Stay tuned in future videos and you will see. But we do have to ask you guys this. We have a bit of a fun fact. It's just kind of interesting and we have to ask the Filipinos. Did you guys know that in the Philippines, it's the only country that we've been to in the world, and I'm pretty sure it's the only country, that asks for the bill, or let's say the check, like this. Like exactly like this. Not like this, and I don't know other ways to do it, but they go like this. We always say it's like a horizontal square. And we're wondering why. We actually asked some Filipinos, and they actually said, we have no idea. We asked some people that worked at restaurants that are Filipinos. They also had no idea. So I've been trying to do this like a vertical look, because this is in the shape of the check. It's like vertical, and I always get laughed at because I think they know what I'm trying to do, but no Filipino can tell me the answer. So that's the question. That is the question. Let us know, why on earth, like, what does this symbolize? And why does the whole country do it?
So I think the very last thing that we're going to get to about how the Philippines has changed us is actually more about this very channel, how it's changed the direction of our YouTube channel. It's been drastic. So honestly, before we got stuck in the Philippines 3 years ago with the pandemic, we used to film more so about the location.
Yeah.
We would present it more or less. So it wasn't really about us. You guys probably at that time didn't, you knew our names and a few little things about us. But in general, wherever we went, it was about the location, and not so much about us.
It was interesting. Like, it's a whole new way of thinking for us. All we thought about was the location that we were in, and like Anna just said, we were kind of the hosts, and we showed you, the audience, around. But the lockdown made us rethink everything, because we were stuck, and we flipped that, and it was about us.
We didn't really have a choice.
No,
really, because it's like, if you're gonna film, what are you gonna film? Because you can't go anywhere. So it was
but
like,
I think it was also a moment where we realized, like, you know what, people, like, if I go back to the lockdown for a second, we're actually watching because of us, not because of where we were at.
Exactly.
And when that happens, since then, it made us entirely flip how we film. And I guess you get a little more of our personalities, and hopefully that's coming across. And yeah, I'd like to think we're a little better on camera than we used to be.
And I think also, in turn, just being in one place for so long, it was the first place we've stayed for a really long time in one place. And yes, we were on a lockdown most of the time, but it made us realize that we like being in one place, we like slower travel. So since then, we've drastically changed just our travel style in general.
I don't even think, who knows if the channel would even be here if that didn't happen, you know? Like, that whole experience in the Philippines at the time changed the way we film, and here we are today, still doing it. And the only reason we get to do this is because all of you watch, and we can't thank all of you, not just the Philippines, for helping us change our filming style, but everybody. We appreciate each and every one of you that are watching this video right now, and all of our subscribers. It means the world to us. It's such a fun job, and we love it.
So sadly, this is our last video for now in the Philippines. We actually need to go back to our hotel and start packing, because we're flying very, very soon. I can't believe it's almost over. But of course, as you guys know, this time around we decided to concentrate on the Cebu area. Next time we want to go to a whole other area, somewhere we haven't been. So probably not Palawan, and probably not Manila unless we're flying in and out of there. So leave us all your suggestions. What's a great area to go to where we can kind of do what we did here, like go land in one place and then kind of like take not too long ferries to get to all sorts of really cool spots. Leave a comment below.
That all said, that is a wrap, Philippines. We hope all of you guys enjoyed this series. It's like, I don't know what that is back that way. It sounds like a train.
It's a little train that'll take you around the mall. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, but we just wanted to say we had a blast coming back here and, doing series 2, filming series 2. We'll be back again.
Absolutely.
And yeah, we just can't thank all of you enough. I know we just said that, but for tuning in. It was a lot of fun, and now we are off to a new place. Should we tell them
where?
We are,
yeah, I think we should. If you guys were following us on Instagram, you probably already know this. It's a brand new country for us, somewhere we've never been before. I am so excited. We are headed to Seoul in South Korea.
South Korea, specifically Seoul. Here we come. This is like the most nervous and anxious in a good way we've been in a while.
Totally.
I think it's going to be complete culture shock, even though like all of this is culture shock, but that place is going to be a blast, and we can't wait to take you guys along. It's going to be a shorter stint, probably a couple videos.
Yeah. We're only there for a few days because it is quite expensive. We need to keep, not stay too long in a really expensive place.
Exactly. So, guys, if you got this far in the video, hit the like button. It helps us out. Leave us a comment. Hit subscribe. You know the drill. Thanks again to all of you, especially our patrons and our channel members. But we got to go start packing. We got early flight tomorrow.
Yeah.
Off we go. I guess we're on our way now. Isn't that the theme song, right?
All right, guys, that's it.
From Cebu, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.